Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos family backlash for serial kissing. October 31, 2024. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Bachelor Nation News. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is now down to only 2 men on her season. Ahead of the Men Tell All and season finale, she appeared on Kaitlyn Bristow's podcast. Kaitlyn asked her what one of her most cringe moments on the show was. Joan said she's getting a lot of backlash from her family for serial kissing. What are they saying to her? Keep reading to find out more. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos gets backlash from daughter. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos appeared on Kaitlyn Bristow's podcast, Off the Vine, where she talked about her time on the show. One of the things Kaitlyn asked her was to reveal what her most cringe moment on the show was. Joan thought about it for a second, and she said the kissing. She went on to say that it's awful watching yourself kiss on television. She also shared that she's getting backlash from her family for kissing as well. Joan shared that her daughter keeps count of every kiss she has on every episode. She called her recently and pointed out that she kissed 4 different men in the last episode. Joan told her she was pretty sure she hadn't, and that it was really only 2. Her daughter named them all in Joan, then realized she actually did kiss 4 men that episode. Her fantasy suites. While Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos did kiss the men on her season, she did not get more physical than that. She revealed that when it came down to having fantasy suite dates, she told producers she wanted the bed taken out of the entire room. All she wanted to do was form a better emotional connection with the men. She knew she did not want to sleep with any of them while on the show. Getting to know each other was more important to her than moving to the next step physically. In fact, she also said that she wouldn't even be spending the entire night with them. She noted that after time together, they would be going to their own rooms. Joan is now down to just 2 guys remaining. She has Guy Gansert and Chalk Chapel. Which of these 2 men is better suited for her? Who do you think she will pick at the final rose ceremony? Don't miss the Golden Bachelorette on Wednesday nights on ABC, where we dive into the latest buzz, insights, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite shows. Today, we're talking about the Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos, and how her journey to find love is causing a bit of stir, especially within her family. Joan recently revealed on Kaitlyn Bristow's Off the Vine podcast that her family, particularly her daughter, has some strong feelings about her serial kissing on the show. So, what's really going on with Joan, and how does she feel about all this backlash from her family? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Joan's confession on Off the Vine. Joan Vassos is nearing the final rose ceremony, but before we see who she chooses, she opened up on Kaitlyn Bristow's podcast about her time on the Golden Bachelorette and shared what she considers her most cringe moments. When Kaitlyn asked what those were, Joan didn't hesitate to admit it was the kissing. According to her, watching herself kiss on television feels awkward and uncomfortable. But it's not just Joan who finds her on-screen kisses hard to watch. Her family does too. Joan revealed that her daughter has been keeping track of every kiss she's shared with the men on the show. During one particular episode, Joan's daughter even called her to point out she had kissed 4 men, to which Joan initially responded with disbelief, thinking it was just 2. After going through the names, though, Joan realized her daughter was right. It was indeed 4 kisses that episode. Chapter 2. Family Dynamics. Joan's daughter's reaction. For Joan's daughter, keeping a mental checklist of her mother's kisses has become something of a humorous, if slightly unsettling, tradition. Although the Golden Bachelorette isn't the traditional journey most people Joan's age embark on, it has pushed her to explore what she wants at this stage in life. Yet, with her daughter pointing out these moments, Joan's journey has highlighted the clash between her family's traditional values and her own quest for love and self-discovery. One of the most intriguing aspects of Joan's journey is the transparency with her family and her audience. Instead of shying away, she's openly discussed these awkward but very real moments. Chapter 3. Joan's choice to keep fantasy suites platonic. Joan's approach to romance is one many fans find refreshing. When she reached the fantasy suites, a milestone associated with increased intimacy, Joan opted to keep things strictly non-physical. In fact, she made it clear to producers she wanted the bed removed from the room altogether. Joan's focus was solely on deepening emotional connections with her remaining men, Guy Gansert and Chalk Chapel. Joan's decision to maintain boundaries and forego spending the night with any of her suitors adds to her unique approach on the Golden Bachelorette. While physical connection often takes center stage in the Bachelor franchise, Joan's journey is proof that emotional compatibility remains essential, especially as she nears her final choice. Chapter 4: Who's Left? Guy Gansert vs. Chalk Chapel. With only 2 men left, Joan faces a tough decision between Guy Gansert and Chalk Chapel. Each man brings a distinct personality and appeal, but the choice comes down to who can truly offer her the emotional support and companionship she desires. Fans have weighed in, with some leaning toward the suave and supportive Guy, while others believe Chalk's upbeat and humorous nature might be a better match for Joan's vibrant personality. So who's the better choice? Only time will tell. But as we approach the final rose ceremony, fans are excited to see who Joan will choose, and whether her family will ultimately support her decision. Conclusion? So, Bachelor Nation, what do you think about Joan's family's reaction to her kissing on the show? Do you agree with her daughter's protective approach, or do you think Joan's on the right path by embracing all aspects of her journey? And most importantly, who do you think Joan will pick in the final, Guy or Chalk? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in to Bachelor Nation News. Don't forget to catch the Golden Bachelorette finale, and we'll be here next time with more updates, recaps, and exclusive content from your favorite shows. See you next time. Welcome viewers. Remind them of the season finale's anticipation and mention that you'll discuss Joan Vassos' journey and why her family is giving her a hard time for her on-screen affection. Set the scene. Briefly recap Joan's journey as the Golden Bachelorette and the family dynamics that have become a unique aspect of her storyline. Joan's serial kissing journey. Joan's family backlash. Dive into the conversation she had with Caitlin Bristow on her podcast, Off the Vine. Share details about Joan's reaction to her daughter keeping a kiss count. Highlight the humor in this situation and discuss how this could reflect the generational difference in dating expectations for Joan and her family members. Family concerns and protective nature. Explain why Joan's family, particularly her daughter, may be concerned. Explore the societal shift in norms around romance for older generations, and how seeing a family member date publicly could spark mixed reactions. Include fan reactions, as they often appreciate her openness, while family members are more reserved. Cringe factor: watching yourself kiss on TV. Discuss Joan's cringe moment of watching herself kiss multiple men. Analyze why watching oneself in intimate moments on TV could be uncomfortable, even for seasoned reality stars. Mention fan comments on social media, sharing how people find her candor relatable and endearing. Joan's approach to fantasy suites. Her unique take on fantasy suites. Describe Joan's desire for a deeper connection over physical intimacy. Share her decision to remove the bed from the fantasy suite to avoid misunderstandings. This could segue into discussing how Joan's approach is different from what fans are used to in typical Bachelor Nation fantasy suite setups. Setting boundaries and prioritizing emotional connection. Reflect on Joan's open discussion with producers, indicating her intent to keep her relationships platonic until she feels entirely comfortable. Compare her approach to previous Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants, who also set boundaries, and how fans have responded positively to Joan's mature perspective. Joan's remaining suitors, Guy Gansert and Chalk Chapel. Suitor profiles. Provide a detailed profile for each of Joan's final men. Share what viewers know about Guy and Chalk, including highlights from their dates, how they connect with Joan, and any unique qualities that make each a compelling partner. Fan opinions on who's best suited for Joan. Bring in social media discussions and poll results if available, to show which suitor fans think is the best match for Joan. Dive into the traits that fans think would align well with Joan's personality and life values. Family reactions to Joan's final choice. Possible family dynamics. Explore how Joan's family might react to her final choice, especially given their lighthearted yet critical view of her public dating. Delve into why her family may favor one suitor over the other, and how this reflects generational dating standards. Long-term relationship prospects. Discuss Joan's potential future with her final pick. Touch on how her cautious and intentional approach may create a solid foundation for a relationship beyond the show.